Happy Monday, everybody. Coach Tabor here at Afterburn Performance. Today we're going to continue our foam rolling series looking at the hamstrings. So just kind of moving up that chain as we go along. So the hamstrings are a great one that you want to try to work on to try to keep everything nice and flexible. One thing, especially if you're doing like a posterior chain day or trying to do some legs or doing things like glutes and hamstrings, done deadlifts or hip lifts or anything like that, you're going to want to work on trying to do those so that you don't be sore. So like we talked about before, you can use a foam roller, you can use a lacrosse ball roller or a lacrosse ball, whatever works for you. Completely fine. So I'm going to show you a couple ways that you can do that. Again, the foam roller being the intro way and the lacrosse ball being a little bit more advanced. So get that set up for you. So I'm over here with my foam roller. I get that all set up. I'm going to put my thighs, back part of them, up on the roller, and you'll see people all the time kind of rolling back and forth like this. That's completely fine. Very simple. Legs are nice and straight. Pretty hard to do our tack and floss technique this way, but that's okay. We'll probably say that for the lacrosse ball anyway. So what we're going to try to do now, if you want to add a little extra pressure, just try to bring one leg up. If you can balance that way, then that's great. Otherwise, again, if you need to use the foot to balance, that's fine. But we're working towards trying to put that leg up there if we can, so they can actually get a little bit of pressure on there. Once there's not a whole lot of stress or discomfort from that, then what I'd recommend to do is to ditch the foam roller and head over to the lacrosse ball. So when I have my lacrosse ball, I'm gonna get it set up here, take a seat, and now it's really easily, because I have it elevated up. You can still do it on the floor with the lacrosse ball, but I find it's a little bit easier on the box. So you do that tack and floss technique. So when I have that ball underneath the back of my thigh, right, placed in below, then I want to try to roll back and forth and find that tender spot. Awesome. Once I find that spot, I want to sit on it, and then I'm going to try to straighten my leg, making the muscle tissue kind of lengthen out, and then I want to try to bend the leg to make the muscle tissue shorten back up again, back and forth, back and forth. Take your time, of course. You can also kind of go back side to side, like in and out, kind of like a windshield wiper would work on the car, right? And then go into the next spot. And then of course you're gonna have your different areas like we talked about in weeks before, like your three-way hamstring stretch. So make sure you're hitting the outside and hitting the inside as well of that hamstring, so you're hitting all the pieces that make up that hamstring muscle tissue. Awesome, so that was hamstrings, everybody, doing some foam roll and some soft tissue work with that. Again, this is a great way you can work on getting some rid of that muscle soreness, getting a little extra range, but it mostly works on tissue quality. So if you're working or you're having some issues with pain or it's really, really sharp, things like that, it's really different than like muscle soreness, right? So definitely get that checked out by a physio or something like that to make sure that everything's going well, because there's probably something a little bit deeper that's an issue there. So you don't want to have that. This will only give you a bit of a band-aid fix for those things. It doesn't actually fix them. So try to get to the root of the problem and get those fixed up. I'm Coach Tabor, and I thank you, everybody. Have a great week. Hi, everyone. Coach Tabor here. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to stay up to date with what's going on at Afterburn Performance, please take some time. Go like our Facebook page and follow us on Instagram. If you want to see more weekly content from myself here, Coach Tabor, then subscribe to our YouTube page, and I'll be putting out videos weekly. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great week.